Hey YouTube, Anna here. It's been way too long since I've updated you guys. I'm sorry about that. So I'm gonna do a combined update, weeks 19 and weeks 20. Um, so I turned 19 weeks and the very next day Cece turned 2. So I was very busy planning her birthday party. We just had a park party, but I was prepping all the fruit and stuff and getting everything organized and shopping, last minute shopping and stuff like that. My in-laws were in for her party, which was amazing because they helped me prep like with everything. It was awesome. I don't know how I could have done it without them because I mean I probably would have had to prep like 2 or 3 days before and like slowly do it over time, but luckily when they're there, one of them's helping me in the kitchen, the other one's playing with Cece. I mean, it's like a win-win for me. So it was really awesome. And then, so her Nona and Pop were here, and then my best friend's parents, I call them Grandma and Grandpa, and so it felt like both sets of grandparents were there for her party, which was awesome. I really like that. It was just nice being so far away from family all the time, and then like having all the grandparents there was awesome. She did eat cake this time. For her first birthday, she kind of like shoved her hand in and then fed it to Doug and sort of licked the frosting but wasn't really into it. And then she ate a whole cupcake. It had red frosting on it, and she looked crazy. She had like red all over her face. She looked like a cannibal. It was crazy. I've had acne and nausea like all last week, or 2 weeks ago, and then we put our house on the market, so it was insane. We had to show the house, keep it spotless, take down all of my decorations. Like, it was weird. It felt like I wasn't living here. It didn't feel like home. And then it snowed randomly, like right after her birthday. 2 days of snow, like 12 inches of snow. It was intense. So that's all I wrote for weeks 19, or leading into 19, and then week 20 was this past week. I'm 20 weeks today, so this is like 19 week. We got our offers in on our house and we accepted an offer, so this is so exciting. We sold our house. And then the day after we like accepted an offer, we went and saw a for sale by owner house, and it was perfect for us. It's 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2-story. The master is on the same level as 3 of the kids' bedrooms, which is perfect. I have a real hard time like finding houses that meet those sort of requirements. A lot of the houses had enough bedrooms, but didn't have the master on the same level as the kids, and that just bothers me when they're young. Like, I don't know, it's just a weird thing that I have. So I loved that. The master bedroom's a good decent size, has a nice private master bath, and then downstairs has a guest bedroom, which I'm probably going to put my craft stuff in, and have a bed for, you know, Nona and Pop and Grandpa if he wants to come over. And then it has a full bathroom, not attached to it, but like right next to it. They had updated the kitchen, so like all of that's super awesome and nice. And yeah, so we found that house, I put in an offer, it was accepted, and we signed paperwork like the Tuesday after, this past Tuesday, I guess. And yeah, so it's all set in motion. This Friday is the home inspection, which, I mean, it's an older home, but I really think that these older homes were sort of built to last, so I'm not too worried about the home inspection. I'm actually pretty excited. Yeah, and then my husband also is called up the fiber internet people, and we're gonna see if we can get fiber internet there because he works from home. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Like, we need fast internet in order to like get through the day. so, so yeah, we're gonna look into that. I'm super excited. So I've had sleep issues this past week. I think with all the stress and the excitement, just my sleep has taken a nasty turn. It's been pretty bad. She's waking up from a nap, so hold on a second. Okay, so I've also had more acne. I mean, it's not going away. I'm like giving my skin a break today, so I just like barely covered up the major pimples and then put some powder on and mascara, called it a day. Oh, I'm extremely nauseous still. I stink. I watched Maddie's bump date, and she's like, I smell like a guy, like a teenage boy. I'm so gross. And it didn't occur to me that that was a pregnancy symptom because I thought I was just always smelly. But like, I've had to change deodorants too. Yeah, I'm really smelly. So that's disgusting. So I'm 20 weeks, I'm halfway there. I have gained 3 pounds, but it really fluctuates. So it's like the lowest lowest pregnancy weight, I go up and down 3 pounds. So it's not really, I'm like pretty much the same, which is fine by me. We had the anatomy scan on yesterday, and we got to see the baby boy wiggling around in there and moving around. I think she's like actually waking up now. My husband's home, so he'll go get her. But anyway, it was weird because like seeing him move is awesome, but I don't really feel him move that often. So it was nice. It was reassuring. He kind of looks like Cecilia, like profile-wise, and like the big head. I think everything's measuring average on him right now, so he doesn't actually have a big head right now. So who knows what he's gonna be like when he is born. I will insert pictures of the anatomy scan here. And we got some 3D pictures, but I'm not gonna insert them because they're kind of terrible. Like, there was one that looked okay, but it was like just forehead, not anything else. So I wasn't like wowed by it at all. Okay, and then the last thing on my list was a super scary mommy moment. Oh my gosh, so I'm putting this out there. I was taking Cece to the park, and she hangs out with us in our front yard all the time. We are doing, well, we did like redo our entire flower beds and plant it in water every day, and like we just go outside all the time. So she knows the rules, and she's really good about them. She walks down the stairs, she goes to the car if we're leaving, or she'll just stay on that small sidewalk right outside of my house. And then there's like the public sidewalk that is further away from the house. She doesn't go to the public sidewalk ever. So never an issue. So I'm taking her to the park alone, and she gets to the bottom of the stairs and she runs, and she's in front of me. And I'm like, put your hands on the car, because that's like what she does. She'll run and then she'll put her hands on the car, and that's like our routine. I don't want her just wandering off, and like I'm okay if I give her a little bit of space. Like, I trust her. So she runs past the car, and it's still in the parking pad that we have outside of our house, so I can see her head, and she's over there getting watering cans. And I'm like, okay, she's getting the watering cans, like she's gonna come back over and ask for water. Like, that's what she does. She loves to water the garden. So I was like, Cece, come on, we're leaving, we're going to the park, like all that stuff. And I open my car door, I throw in my bag, I close it, and then I can't see her. I'm gonna cry. It was the scariest moment of my life because a van was coming. Oh man. A van was coming and I immediately screamed her name and I heard her giggle. So I was like, okay, she's not in the road. I ran around the car and the van could hear how crazy I was getting because I was screaming. And the van slowed way down, which was great. It was a mom driving the van and I went around the car and I'm screaming and she thinks that I'm playing and then she runs to the road. So at this point I'm not just screaming, I'm like guttural, crazy, screaming no. And I pick her up in my arms right as she's on the curb to the road where the van is. And I scooped her up and like my adrenaline was going crazy. The van had stopped completely, like that mom understood. Like I looked away for a minute. Not even a minute, it wasn't even a full minute. But so the mom stopped the van. I picked up Cecilia and I immediately like hauled butt back to the house because I didn't care about my stuff being in the car. I just needed to like cry and sort of let my adrenaline run out because I was shaking so bad. And the mom in the van rolled down her window and was like, it happens to the best of us. It's okay, she's okay. And like at that moment I couldn't talk really. I was just like, she scared me. And then I ran inside because I've never been more afraid in my life. So my husband works from home, so he was home and he was like, what happened? And I'm hyperventilating. At this point, I like could not control my crying at all. So he's comforting me and comforting Cecilia, and Cece just has this look of shock on her face, like she's scared. I mean, I was hyperventilating. I was really upset. And she looked at me and started signing that she was sorry, just over and over and over again. And I was like, I know, baby, I'm so scared if you get hurt like that. You can't run in front of a van. She, you know, is apologizing, and then she just looks at me and her lip goes out and she just starts crying. And then I hold her and I was telling my husband, like, once I calmed down a little bit, I was like, I understand why parents put their kids on leashes. Like, I always thought, like, well, if you know, if you can watch your kid, you know, do that. Don't put your kid on a leash. And then this happened and I was like, I will keep her on a leash. But honestly, she's, since then, she's holding my hand a lot more, does not run, and really gets, like, don't freak mommy out, because that's scary. So I guess that's a good thing that came from it. And yeah, so anyway, that was my week. It was a whole bunch of ups and downs, and now I can't stop crying. But mostly positive. I mean, we sold our house, we found a house, and we got to see the baby boy just squirming around in there, and it's been a good week, a good couple of weeks. Cece turned 2. I mean, there's a lot to be happy about, and this just makes me appreciate my daughter that much more. So, hug your babies. I love you, and I will talk to you later. Bye.